All the down years have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Detroit! Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Leopard! Now let's go! Green, 30.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mayfield down, and he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Flush to his right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Bortles to the former Jet, Seferian-Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Finding some room at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. Being chased out left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Bortles. They still can't get it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Bortles. Trying to improvise. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian Jenkins. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. And that offense.
Jarvis Landry. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing is Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's Bortles to throw. Now he's forced out right. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Bortles on the give to Fournette.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The open man is Shark. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Bortles. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start. They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle. Mayfield. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Malik Jackson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. And they can't bring him down. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Throwing on first down is Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. That's Njoku over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield. His throw caught, right around the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now a play fake. Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Throwing, Mayfield, flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield on fourth down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Second down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
4th down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This is caught, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it. And
this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins from 3 yards out. And the Browns get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Bortles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
A handoff to Fournette. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 39 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. 11
more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During films. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. This is Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Ray Armstrong. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big off.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo.